What up, dude? Uh, uh, uh. So somebody last night at the meeting was saying they was painting a picture for their baby so that they could look at it. And you know what I thought of? I thought of you, Carter, that we sit and we look at a picture and listen to Tool until we fall asleep. Not every morning, but most mornings, some, because I don't always have them. Do you know what else, Carter? I forgot to raise my hand last night in time, and then the meeting was over. Like 2 hours had passed, and I was too busy like throwing watercolors on some stupid paper to push the right buttons. Dumb dumb. See, the time I raised my hand last time, I had a previous Zoom meeting where I practiced pushing buttons for an hour with that meeting. So by the time Cosm came around, I was ready, and I thought that was going to happen again, except for it was like wrong time zones. Whatever. Point is, Travis is so dumb. He forgot how to raise his hand, and then forgot to do it because I felt stupid that I couldn't remember how to do it. But as always, somebody said more or less exactly what I wanted to say. Talked about suicide, I think somebody brought up. People get dying and trying to honor them through art. She was talking about being an ally, which that's cool. That's not. I'm more like, yeah, okay, ally is a fine term, but it implies that there's an enemy, and I'm my own enemy. There's assholes, idiots, fucking retards, and jerks. Uh, Jerks. Yeah, rapists are real jerks, I'll tell you. You know what I'm getting at. There are people who are less desirable that were I given. If consequences dictate my course of action and it didn't matter what's right, were it only wrong if I got caught, I may just play God and shoot them myself. But I don't live my life like that, unfortunately. Fortunately, for most, I don't live my life like that. So, fuck, why what was it? New Moon meeting, banging. Alex and Allison, as their relationships. And I'm thinking a lot about that this year, as in them being the example. Because here's the thing, I usually don't speak at the meetings because I don't have anything to. I feel like I don't have anything to add or offer in the sense of something. See, I don't view. I keep looking at it the wrong way. That we're not all in it to win it together. And I like Moppy. Oh hi, Mop. Is you upset I'm not talking to you? Can you not put your butt in the baby face? That would be great. Why do kitties gotta do that? Hi. Like he come to see you. He must like you. That's nice, Mop. Mop's usually outside, but it's awful cold, so I've been letting him in at night. Morty hates it. Hates a new cat. He's the first one. He's dealt with Puddles, then Pearl, and Mop. Which Mop is named Mop because we thought he was Pearl's mom, so mother of Pearl, Mop. But he's a guy because he got his testes cut off, so he's like cousin. They have the same fur and stuff, but whatever, dude. Alex and Allison, as parts of the relationship, right? On Earth, there are representatives of being. Each human is a manifestation of the divine, or less divine, whatever, however you want to look at it. There's a spectrum to things, but each of us manifests uh, a face, a face, I guess, persona, better word. Each of us manifests as a certain persona. Our individual egos can wrestle with that and deny them. Um, reason. You can reason in or out of who or what you are. He says you can. I'm saying you can try to. You can't actually do it though. Debate me, son. Cousin. If God is our father, then Satan must be our cousin. Why didn't anyone else understand these important things? Don't you do that, kitty. Baby Jesus. You guys got things to scratch. That ain't it. What was we talking about? Chapel. Parts of them. Alex and Allison being, the perfect couple. See, that is, I think, why there were the most people there and why I should have. So, I didn't really have anything to say because I'm no authority on how to keep a relationship together, right? I can't tell you how to get somebody to love you. I can't tell you how to know if they love you or how to get them to believe that you love them. Could I do those things? I probably wouldn't be babysitting my cousin in my mom's house while she's out babysitting her sister because she's sick. Pneumonia, COVID. Don't nut on me. You got us sick. I think it was you. I think you brought COVID into my house, buddy. My little love child. Not my love child, but my child. Little ball of light. Because you go to school. Your parents go to work. I don't go anywhere. You've come into my house with disease. Sorry, that's not your fault. I invited you in, you're fine. I usually have a shield for that kind of thing. I took it somewhere as a gesture, right? Heavy shield down. Parts of them. Where were we? Oh. So, Calling Voices. They played Calling Voices live. Ooh, wee. And some people are like, oh, I would have rather heard whatever, The Patient. It's like, yeah, maybe. Or they would rather have heard this. I forget. I read some things. Somehow those two songs got switched maybe at different shows. Which is funny to me that people are so into Tool that you guys know ahead of time what the shit is. Those of you who haven't already been to a show know what the lineup is going to be. We would know what the lineup was after seeing them twice and realize they're like every other band where you do similar lineups. But for a long time, it was the idea of a Tool show was so uh, mythical that we never knew what we were going to get. We assumed it could be completely random, but after you saw it, you realized how well oiled of a fucking machine it is. All the tools working together. Ooh, ooh, it's gonna be so pretty, Morty. Carter, it's gonna be so pretty. Oh, psychopathy. See, that's the thing with Cosm, is that Alex has always put himself as a voice in the ether. He communicates with angels, right? He always talks about the angels he communicates with. Anyway, no, we're not gonna. Anyway, parts of Alex and Allison, the big couple, right? So their relationship built around devotion to family and making family sacred. They didn't just have a baby. They intentionally called forth spirit and a supplied vessel. And you dig? Sometimes spirit just forces its way in because of the commotion you're carrying on. It sees that dance you do, and have you ever seen a portal? Well, last night Alex and them were the portals. Your original face, which is unflattering to some, your parents copulating is your first face, because before you were you saying I am, you were them saying I am with the two of them as one, and they couldn't sustain that because they're two people. So that I am that declared itself in those dark waters is struck by light. Sophia either extends her finger or it shines from her as an emanation from the pleroma. But her light is cast onto these waters. The man and the woman, the darkness and the light, the seed and the egg, right? Which, when an egg is fertilized, there is an explosion, like a firework, where it's a chemical reaction, and it size all the sperm on the outside, creating a protein shell that protects the egg through its mitosis. That is your first skin, is all the dead sperm. Well, dead. The explosion is like I forget, like a firework, little firework. Well, whatever. It solidifies. It activates the cell, and it stops all the other things from going inside, and they become this outer shell, which led me to start thinking about the cup of Hermes, where there's this idea of retention over a period of time, and but so Christ on the cross, there being an illusion of that being his in the upper room, him and Mary. Let's just go there. So it would be that the sexual magic, quote unquote, is not having sex for a long time or spasming, whatever, and then in mass dying. Because there's the idea that you lose all when you cast this seed into the field of night. But that is the sacrifice. This is how the portals open. The power of the Holy Ghost. Yeah, he knows. He still remembers. Yeah, you do. Oh, and Alex. Ooh, I heard you, man. So Alex was talking about the heightened state of darkness. And that is, a lot like my DMT experience, as in after going through these veils of color and a board game. It was like a board game being folded up. Oh man. Okay, dig this. Okay, see how that comes out of his head. So there's one body, another body. Well, that is the reality around us that emanates from our heads, right? Our minds. And into our minds, out from into. We see it in our head because that's where our brain is. But it, whatever, emanates in, emanates out. You're being nice, Mom. That's nice, Kitty. What was I going to say? Oh, fountainhead. Right. But this is manifestation. This is in down, 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 down. Physical body. Soma, psyche, pneuma. It's a system of bodies that either whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna debate consciousness. Holy shit. So the highest, well, some say the highest is this, the void, where there is no, it's hard to call it nothing because that is an absence of something. So void is a weird word. It is a darkness, but a darkness. And no, I've read this. I'm saying a quote, but I've seen this, and the quote are the words that fit. That's why I say it. But it's a darkness that twinkles. But what twinkles? Huh? That's the thing, right? Well, in my DMT trip, the darkness was just my me. Without me saying me, my, me. Oh, yeah. Because the board game, the thing that projects in and out, folded up, and got put back into itself. I don't know how else to say that, but all this folds up and got put back into a small nothing. And that nothing became everything. And in that everything, the way it looked was like nothing, but a nothing that shimmered in certain places. And as I would I noticed that as I breathed, the shimmering pulsated. So I breathed more. You hear this shit? This is what was happening, except for I had Merkaba playing in headphones. And when I took the hit during some kind of psychedelic experience, I hit this bowl. I had this huge bowl. Don't pull on him. What if he gets weird? Huge bowl. Every drug I ever smoked up until that point was practice. And I held it forever. Man, and I had it on top of weed. So I had a little bit of weed and all this DMT on top so that when the DMT melted, it melted into something. Because being a fucking drug addict, I know certain drugs melt. So I anticipated that it probably melts into, liquid and vapor. So I did the layer thing that people do with like coke or crack or whatever. Except for this is DMT. It was my first time I was by myself in this fucking plate with Thoth and I don't know, a guy with a bunch of books. It was like some Stelly with Thoth. But on it was Thoth handing me the DMT. And so I have the headphones on. And Danny's fucking drumming. And I felt it as prison. Because I think it was because of the headphones. I could take the headphones off, so I did. And it was hard for me to do because I'm all fucked up, I think. So I had weird muscle shit. So it really felt like I was breaking out of some prison. But if I didn't have the headphones on, I think I still would have felt the prison thing. Because that is our body. And What I was breaking out from was my identity with my body, my awareness that solely focused on my body. Because for years up until that point, I was, like I said, an addict. So I was wholly focused on how good or how bad I felt at any given moment. It was constantly remedy or tragedy, just constant flux. Despair, Raziel. It was bad place to be. And this is why I should have spoken last night. Not because I have a lot to talk about with relationships, other than having tried. I have lovers who have died young, high school, right after high school. First girl I ever was with, she died. Kara. The last girl, woman, whatever, I was with, Devin, died. In between those two, I was hung up on two other girls who both, I think, cheated on me, and in the midst of cheating on me, were convinced I was cheating on them, and it was that kind of accusing and doing shit until I get you to do shit so that I can feel good about leaving you, so that I don't leave as the bad guy. Here's what I know. I know bad relationships. I know how to do it wrong. I know what. Let me tell you about heartache and the loss of God. Wandering, hopeless night. Okay? A tempest. All you had to do was keep them calm. It's a kitty. Here we go again. So, yeah, so I know. Fast forward a few years after the DMT thing. Well, when the game got folded up into my head, I saw everything. Look at this lady coming in. Pink head. Hold on. You're here early, aren't you? She came on time. We know better.
He likes a baby.
Yeah, he came up and laid a little bit ago. And he was rubbing him and don't seem to care. That's Debbie.
He can't see me.
That's that lady.
Hi.
Told you she's coming.
Peekaboo. Oh, you're cute, baby. Ah. Did you eat?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my car makes that awful noise.
Hey, Bubba.
I'm not sure if I have enough to get.
Well, yeah, the cold oil is going to sound different than.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's probably what it is.
Turn the wheels.
Yeah.
Hi. You got a kitty. I think he's related
No
to
amount
yours.
of wind could begin to cover up your penchant extension demeanor.
Yeah. Good looking at him. Oh, kitty.
Somebody was painting a picture last night, and they were saying, painting it for my baby so that they can look at it. And I want to be like, hey, I do that with my cousin all the time.
I've already done that.
We do that. That's what we do. We do that. We like to do that. Let's all do that. That's good. You're good at what you do, Dad.
Color. That cat likes to sleep with you.
Yeah, he does.
He
can't come up in my room. Morty defends me tooth and claw. And now he's up here just watching him. I took him outside a couple times, and then yeah,
he just wants back.
And he just wants back, and I'm like, dude, we can't do that.
Hi, Peekaboo.
I'm like, if you're gonna stay in here, another kitty's getting your stuff outside.
Yeah.
So but he can still be an outside cat. I would prefer if he goes out.
What are you saying?
He
He said, I love you.
does say that.
He says, I love you. He loves it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
uh-uh.
What? What? Hi.
Missing speakers.
Huh?
I'm missing speakers. So I can always tell when they are moving stuff around left or right.
What are you doing? What you doing? Let me see. Oh, you got jammies on. You got work jammies on.
Come before the Tory. I did his diaper earlier.
Uh-huh.
I did do his diaper after we ate.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Just look at him. Oh my god.
Ay.
Oh my goodness, look how cute he is.
Ay.
Oh, company. Go ahead, curse. Oh, you do? Oh, you're so soft. What do you have for breakfast?
Oatmeal.
Did you have oatmeal? Yummy. Oh, there's Morty. I didn't realize.
That's what I was saying. More
I
up there.
up there.
Oh yeah, no.
Morty.
Keeping a close eye.
Cat go ups. Oh,
Pearl and them. Something happened between Morty and Pearl last night, and
Not good.
no, she was. They were making mean noises, and she was up in my closet, up in the shelf. She was like up top.
On top.
Yeah, I was like bending back, and I think I was listening to the tool or something. I was like leaning back, and I looked up, and there was two eyes looking down at me, and I was like, "What the hell?" And it's Pearl. Just so she's so scared. She's not even under the chair anymore. She's up behind me in my closet. It's not. Yeah, they are. Well, and Morty's upset, and Morty was.
Because Morty isn't happy. Nobody can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it?
Is Daddy handsome boy with a haircut? You just can't make that.
Does it not know how to
You just can't.
focus?
Yeah.
There.
I gotta take my boots off.
That's it.
Oh.
All right, whatever.